Side characters love talking big until the protagonist reminds them exactly who the main character is. Today we're counting down the moments when side characters realized they were completely cooked facing the protagonist and their confidence shattered in seconds. We start with the King of Heroes getting absolutely destroyed by Shirou in episode 20 titled Unlimited Blade Works. Gilgamesh spent the entire series treating everyone like insects, but at the 18-minute mark, when Shirou activated his reality marble, Gilgamesh's realization hit hard. The arrogant king's expression shifted from pure amusement to genuine confusion in 3 seconds flat, understanding for the first time what it meant to face someone who could actually match the Gate of Babylon. The chant itself is exactly 27 words long, taking 14 seconds, and became one of anime's most iconic incantations. Honestly, Gilgamesh had this coming. The king monologued way too much. However, that pride is what makes this character so compelling. After getting beaten, Gilgamesh got consumed by the Grail's mud. Taking us to Kengan Ashura episode 23 titled The Devil Lance showed the Kure assassin Ryan dominating through pure strength, feeling invincible and laughing. But when the Nico-style user started employing proper technique, Ryan's realization hit mid-fight. The confident grin faded completely because fighting someone with superior martial arts meant serious trouble. Raw power wasn't going to cut it. The final exchange between them contains 87 individual strikes animated across 34 seconds, showing absolutely incredible choreography. After this loss, Ryan actually started training in proper Kure techniques instead of relying on raw power alone. The defeat completely changed the assassin's entire fighting philosophy. Here's what happens when confidence meets something completely beyond its level. In episode 18, Hinata Gasayan was one of the strongest heroes in the world, carrying herself with absolute certainty that no creature could match a human wielder of a holy sword. But facing Rimuru Tempest changed everything. At the 17-minute mark, when Rimuru casually absorbed Hinata's attack and reflected it back, Hinata's understanding of the situation dawned painfully slow. Hinata's hands started shaking and the fear set in, because Hinata knew the holy sword meant nothing against this slime. Rimuru doesn't win through brute force. Rimuru wins through adaptation. After this loss, Hinata had to completely rethink everything, because the strongest weapon in existence was now useless against an enemy that simply absorbed and countered everything thrown at Hinata. 致命傷でないのは救いだが、何度も食らうと危険だ。彼女の持つ剣も法則を書き換える特殊な波長があり。本当かよ。先生が言うなら間違いないんだろうけど。あれ
何かあるの？
コク、次の攻撃が来ます。
だろうな。何しろこっちは疲労することもないんだし。いや違うぞこれ。
予定地点へと誘い込まれています。
やばい先生、ラファエル先生、なんとか手はないでしょうか。
未来攻撃予測を習得しました。使用しますか？
さすが先生、よくわからないけど使ってみる。これは予測できてるフェイントはもうフェイントじゃない、俺の勝ちだ。
Coming in at number 7, former Black Scripture member Clementine walked into episode 9 feeling untouchable. Clementine had been torturing adventurers for fun, thinking this assassin was on a completely different level. But when challenging the Overlord Ains, thinking Ains was just another caster, Clementine's world flipped. At 19 minutes, Ains grabbed Clementine in a bear hug, and the crushing realization spread across Clementine's face as pure terror set in. The Guildmaster didn't even need magic, just raw physical strength. The death scream lasts approximately 8 seconds, one of the longest in the entire series. Some fans thought this execution was too brutal. However, it perfectly set the tone for what Overlord actually is. Ains kept the corpse and later used those adventurer plates as evidence framing others.
なるほど。こんな武器はユグドラシルにはなかったな。いい勉強になる。
なんで死なない？
答え合わせといこうか。
アンデッド、エルダーリッチか。
それでどうだ。マジックキャスターと剣で戦った気分。要するにお前ごとき相手は私が本気で。さてネタばらしもしたし、これは邪魔だな。
まさか
まあ剣で死ぬのもへし折られて死ぬのも潰れて死ぬのも大した違いはないだろう。そんなに暴れるなよ。お前だってあれを殺すのに時間をかけたんだろう。
Moving on to episode 22, the commandment holder Estarossa had been dominating and feeling superior. But when the Lion Sin showed up at high noon, Esterossa's realization that pride doesn't operate on hatred hit immediately. At the 18-minute mark, Escanor's transformation made that confident smirk disappear so fast it was almost funny. Esterossa's wide eyes showed the understanding that the commandment of love meant absolutely nothing here. The power gap was just too massive. After this beating, Estarossa developed genuine fear and avoided any direct confrontation going forward. The psychological damage from this one fight outlasted. Here we have the Demon King walking straight into a trap in episode 8 titled The Hashira Meeting. Muzan had spent centuries hunting the Ubuyashiki family, feeling like the apex predator. But arriving at the mansion at the 20-minute mark, Muzan's realization that the hunter had become the hunted spread across. Muzan's face in real time when Ubuyashiki detonated those explosives, destroying everything, including family, just to wound Muzan. The shock was visible. The explosion uses approximately 600 animation frames across 18 seconds, making it one of Ufotable's greatest animated scenes. The anime version felt somewhat rushed. However, the manga gave this sacrifice way more emotional buildup. Without this explosion weakening Muzan, the final battle would have been impossible. The Demon Slayers lose that war without this sacrifice.
Yes! 光源に当てる物差しで測っていたが、全日王気を逸しているようなものが入っていて、殺傷力が上げられて何か自分自身をおとりに使ったのだ。あの若さで見事に隠し抜いた。誰の血気術だこれは。いない、大した量じゃない。メジマさんお願いします。
Now moving to the tournament arc. In episode 6, Iris faced someone disguised as Mundane Man, feeling completely confident, expecting this to be over in one hit. But at the 15-minute mark, when Mundane Man blocks the attack effortlessly, Iris's understanding of the situation shattered completely. The reveal that this was actually Demon Lord Varvatos hit Iris like a wall. Watching that confidence crumble into fear and disbelief as sweat started forming was peak humbling. After this embarrassing defeat, Iris became way more humble in later episodes, showing the lesson about not judging opponents by appearance definitely stuck.
間違いなく彼自身の技術それはわかるけどそんなことができるのは世界最強の
おいさっきからアイリス様は何を
惑わされるな止まるな本物の剣だろうと全てまとめて切れなぜサヤなんで錯覚いや今までが誘導わずかな体の動きだけで錯覚させられていた剣を持っていると
どうしたまだここからだろう
The Sorcerer Killer thought the fight was over after taking down the Six Eyes user in episode 3, but episode 4, titled Hidden Inventory Part 4, changed everything. At the 16-minute mark, when Gojo came back to life through reverse curse technique, Toji's realization hit like a truck. The confident smirk vanished, instantly replaced by pure shock, because Toji knew right then Toji was already dead. The whole sequence from Gojo's arrival to Toji's body hitting the ground lasts exactly 43 seconds, making it one of the fastest revenge kills in modern anime. What happened after this traumatized Megumi for over a decade and completely shaped Gojo's philosophy about being the strongest.
But I have to admit, I'm not even angry about you anymore. It's just that the world feels so wonderful. Throughout heaven and earth. You were a member of the Zenin clan. You know so much about the limitless technique. Only a scant few actually know about this. Imaginary technique. Hollow. Purple.
Yet the freshly awakened wielder of the limitless technique was right before my eyes. An clan that rejected me. I've twisted myself into knots for so long. Defying my life. I thought you had abandoned that pride.
Do you have words that you would like to say?
2 or 3 years from now, my kid will be sold off to the Zenin clan.
And finally, at number 1, episode 10, titled Kazakiri Hyoka, showed Academy City's strongest, feeling bored, expecting another easy win. But when facing the Imagine Breaker, Accelerator's entire world collapsed. At 15 minutes 42 seconds, that punch connected, and the realization hit so needing to. Touma exposed that completely. Logically, Accelerator losing makes no sense, because environmental attacks existed. However, this defeat was completely necessary to kickstart the redemption arc. After this, the character transformed from villain to protector.
悪の道を極めて